What's up, everybody? Welcome to my live. My name is Charlotte and I'm a Pink Status presenter with a company called Unique. It's been a while. I have not been on a live video for a long time because I have been flat out busy opening a new shop and working in my new shop. So you will have to excuse me for that and my apologies. I've really missed you all. So I'm just going to move my light there. That's a little bit better. Move myself around. What have you all been up to? I feel like I've been out of the loop for a really long time. I haven't really seen or spoke to many people apart from the people that I've been seeing in real life. So I've missed you all terribly. I feel like I haven't got a clue what's going on in any of my friends' lives. I've literally been like super busy. So what are you all up to? Let me know if you're watching me live. You know the story. Hit me up. Let me know where you're watching me live from. And if you're watching me on the replay, then hit me up with a hashtag replay. I'm just sending out a few invites to people because I don't know if people are going to know that I'm even coming on or not. I know it's insanely early for a bank holiday morning, so I don't know who's going to be up and who's not going to be up. I actually had insane trouble sleeping last night. I was suffering. I'll talk to you about that in a little while, but I really was suffering. So I think I've had about 4 hours sleep. I was up and down all night. So I just decided I'd get up, have a shower, dye my hair, and get cracking with my day. And that is exactly what I've done. So I'm here and I'm going to talk to you about makeup. I'm going to do a bit of makeup and we'll see how it goes. So hopefully you enjoy my video. If you get some value from my video, please don't forget to invite your friends. Share the video around. Let them all see as well. And at the end of the month, for the people that have shared my video the most time, I'm going to be giving a little prize away to somebody. So you know the story anyway. And don't just come on and hop off again. Come on, say hello, tell me where you're watching from so I can see how far my videos are getting out, and you know, chat away, join in with the conversation. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it of my ramble, and just done with inviting people. So hello, and thank you so much for tuning in. So as you may or may not know, I have opened a new shop. It is a pizzeria, fast food takeaway, and it has been insanely busy. The last 3 weeks, I've been working over 100 hours a week. Just looking for my hairbrush. There it is. The last 3 weeks, I've been working over 100 hours a week inside the shop. We opened, this is our 3rd week of being open, so 300 hours a week. 300 hours a week, over 100 hours a week, so over 300 hours in the last 3 weeks that I've worked, which has taken its toll on me, and it's left me a little bit tired, and it's left me out of Facebook land. But I'm back here now, and I decided that, do you know what, I'm going to go a bit glam today. I'm going to do my makeup nice. So I'm going to start off, I've already washed my face and moisturized. I'm going to start off with a bit of instant lift serum on my eyes, because you can see I'm looking a little bit tired. So I'm using the Royalty range instant lift serum, just a tiny little bit, just underneath there, and sort them bags out. I've just dyed my hair. Look at my hand. As I was putting the hair dye on my head, I was thinking something don't feel right here. It doesn't usually feel like this, and I'd forgotten to put the gloves on. Would you believe? So I've got to go to work today. You can see the clean hand, you can see the dirty hand. I've been scrubbing at it, so hopefully I'll get it off before I go into work. I'm leaving to go to work. I decided it's bank holiday, so I'm going to open early today, and, you know, make the most of it. So I'll be in work from about 12 until about midnight again today. And I'm working every day this week, so no day off for me this week, but I'm definitely going to take a day off next week. Shah, hi, how are you? It's been such a long time since I've seen you. I was just saying, like, I've been working over 100 hours a week the last 3 weeks. I'm so out of touch with Facebook and with all my Facebook friends. I literally have no idea what's going on with anyone. I've barely managed to get on, like, maybe for a half an hour in the evening before I fall asleep, and that has literally been like that. Hi Eileen, how are you, sweetheart? So I've just decided that I'm going to, it's bank holiday Monday. I know the shop is going to be really busy today. and I'm in work all day. And to be honest, I haven't really even been doing makeup while I've been at work. I've just been slapping on a bit of foundation and a bit of mascara and going for it. So I decided today, do you know what? I'm going to go glam. I'm going to use some of the products that are on special offer this month, and I'm going to do a bit of glam eyeshadow and make myself feel a bit better, because it's been exhausting, as you can see. It's been exhausting, and I just feel like today's the day that I'm going to treat myself. I know, Sha, I know, like I did the first week, I think 105 hours. That was just in the shop. The second week I did 127 hours, and that's just inside the shop. And then when I come home, I've got to do all the day's paperwork, which can be about another hour a day paperwork. Sometimes it's been a little bit longer, especially sorting out invoices and PAYE and that kind of thing. So I've been putting in an obscene amount of hours, and then I'm also, being a mom as well. So my online businesses have kind of been put to the side for a couple of weeks. I've been doing the bare minimum, but I want to try and organize my time a bit better now. My staff are more trained in, so I'm going to organize my time a bit better and hopefully get to have a day off. I had one day off last week. I went to the beach, and I don't know if you can see, but I got insanely sunburnt because I just fell asleep on the beach. So I don't have a day off this week, but I'm hopefully going to have a day off next week. How do I do it? I don't know. Sheer determination to succeed, I think. Sheer determination to succeed and desire to want to be there and make sure that everything's going all right. And don't get me wrong, it's not that I don't trust my staff. I do. I have an awesome team. I love them to bits. They work so hard for me, but I just want to be there at the start and make sure that everything goes as well as possible, and that the orders are going out on time and people aren't waiting and there's no complaints and all that sort of stuff. So I'm there every day. It's my second home. And then I'm having that constant inner battle with myself that, I'm away from my son so much at the moment because I'm working. And then I'm arguing with myself about what a terrible parent I am because I'm not there for him enough. And I know it's only a few weeks and he's probably not suffering at all. He's having a great time playing away, doing his own thing. But those are the trials and tribulations of being a parent and working, I suppose, and trying to, do your own thing in your own business. It is hard work. I'm not going to lie. It is hard work, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be very, very worth it. So I've slapped a bit of primer on, and I'm going to do my eyebrows. Here we go. So I haven't even done my eyebrows while I've been at work. The last week I was so tired. I just did not do any makeup at all, really. And I felt kind of naked for it. Like I had to keep sort of popping into the bathroom and in the end just at least smear a bit of foundation on my face because I was feeling so naked. I'm just cleaning my mirror off here. My housework, guys, my housework has suffered. Like my house is a mess. I'm going to have to start employing a cleaner. So I'm going to do a bit of eyebrows first, and then I'm going to show you, I'm going to go for a bit of daytime glam, like a soft glam look on my eyes, using one of our palettes, our eyeshadow palettes, which I haven't used for a long time. Have I got it here? Palette 1. Here we go, the Addiction palette. I've had this palette a year, and I use it loads, and it's these really nice brown shades, and there's hardly any used out of it. So I'm going to use that on my eyes. I'm going to do a soft glam look. So I'm going to do my eyebrows first. As always, I like to underline them and then like a line around them. Trying to make a future for our kids, but then you've also got that like inner conflict of you're at work too much and you're not spending enough time with them. So like I do take Max into work with me. Like we do have a bit of time at work then when I'm not, when it's quiet and the other staff are in. And I kind of sit with him and I can play tablets and stuff with him and have a bit of a laugh with him. But it's only 3 weeks so far. This is the 3rd week. I say give me another couple of weeks and the shop will have calmed down and I'll be able to take a couple of days off a week and, spend more time with him because I'm just so used to being with him every day that I don't know if I'm finding this harder or if he's finding it hard. I think it's probably me. But he's not going to be with me today. He's going to be at home today with my partner because he has school tomorrow. So he can't be in the shop with me until midnight. I'm afraid. As much as he'd love to sit there and play tablet all night, it's not gonna happen. So somebody's ringing on my doorbell, but they're gonna have to wait, I'm afraid. Because I'm in the middle of a live video and no one else in my house is awake yet. It's just me. And I was awake. Went to bed. I got home from work about midnight, I suppose. Went to bed. I woke up at about 2 or 3 in the morning in absolute agony, endometriosis, and my back was in spasms. So a shed load of painkillers later, I finally fell asleep. And then I woke up again at 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been awake since then. So I had a hot shower, and I decided I'd get up and do a live video. So one eyebrow done, just coloured in. I'm only using one colour of powder. I'm using the dark colour powder. I think it's probably Max's friends, to be honest. I think it's probably the kids. But it would be typical that the one time that I decide to hop on and do a live video, there's someone trying to get into my flat. So it's tough. They're going to have to wait. As far as I know, I don't have anybody coming over. Most of my friends know that I'm working insane hours, so they wouldn't be knocking on my door at this time of day anyway. Ouch. It was like endometriosis and then my whole back. You know, I don't know if you know or not, but I've got a very damaged back. I've got six discs out in my neck and one in the middle of my back. So I'm on a lot of medication for that as well, and I'm waiting to see a neurosurgeon and a spine specialist. And last night my back just went into spasm, so every single muscle in my back was contracting, releasing, contracting, releasing. So if I tried to even move slightly, it would just contract up, and it was affecting my diaphragm. So I couldn't, then every time it kind of spasmed, I couldn't breathe. So that was going on for a while as well. So I ended up having to take some very heavy painkillers. I've got like morphine patches and Valium and codeine. So I ended up having to take a mixture of all of them. And then because the endometriosis pain was insanely bad as well. So as well as having it all down my back, I had it all across my front. And I was miserable. So I ended up being on Facebook, led on my bed on Facebook for a while. I actually managed to catch up with a few people that I hadn't spoke to in a while, which was good. Just until the painkillers sort of kicked in and I must have passed out again, fell back asleep. But it's the long hours that I'm putting in and the not being able to rest. I know it's my own fault. It's self-inflicted, but needs must at the moment. And you know, this business is my future. So I have to put my all into it right now. I really do. And I'll take a break. Everyone keeps telling me take it easy, but when you've invested so much into something, you know, you don't just want to sort of walk away from it. You need to be there. You need to make sure that it's a success, and you need to make sure that everybody knows what they're doing. So it's very important at the beginning for me to be there every single day and make sure that everything is running smoothly. Yeah, I know. I do need, and that's why when I had one day off, last Monday, I went to the beach with Max, and we went swimming in the sea for a couple of hours, and then I just went and laid down, and next thing I know, I was waking up 3.5 hours later. So I'd been asleep from like 12:30 till like 4 in the afternoon, laid on my front on the beach, and my back it's going very brown now, but it was very, very, very red. I'm not gonna lie. And that's after me saying, oh, I never get sunburnt. I've got very sallow skin. I never ever get sunburnt. But I did burn. I burnt quite badly, so I won't be doing that again. There, eyebrows done. Eyebrows on for a change. Feels so strange to me now having eyebrows on when I haven't had my eyebrows done for so long. So my eyebrows are on, and now I want to cover up these little marks and splodges and splots. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a bit of liquid to powder foundation, and I'm still on this shade Organza. Seems to be suiting my skin color at the moment. But as I get more tanned, I'll be going into taffeta, and I'm going to start buying the loose powder foundation, because for this time of year, I find the loose powder foundation, especially on my kind of skin, which is kind of oily, very oily skin, it works wonders. It's just fantastic, and the coverage is great. And I'm using my phone as a mirror. You can already see actually where I caught the sun. This shade is looking a little bit light for me. So I won't put an awful lot on. I'm just going to smear on what I've got. And I'll go with a little bit of concealer. Just be careful I don't go over my brows, I guess. I've got a mirror here, but it's kind of in the dark, so my phone is probably my best bet. I can't see the bottom half of my face because the comments are in the way. So I'll just sit up a bit there. So I just put like 4 drops of that foundation onto the liquid foundation brush. And it's enough to do my whole face. Now, if I was going for really heavy coverage, then I would obviously use a lot more. But if you've watched my lives before, you know that I'm not really a heavy makeup girl. I tend to focus more on my eyes than on what I'm putting on my face. I mean, I do put a few small layers on, so I'll have like, I've already put the primer on, then I've got the liquid foundation, and I will put bronzer, setting powder, and blusher on. So I suppose it is a few layers, but not a lot of each layer. I like to keep as natural a looking face as possible. Why hide this beautiful face? Why hide it behind all this makeup? So I just like to have enough on to cover up my flaws, but not to cover up my face. So there, and I'm just giving it all a blend in. And I always make my blending buds wet before I use them. Not like sopping wet, you know, I give it a good squeeze out, but damp, because then it's not picking up the foundation or the concealer that you've put onto your face. Just a little tip if you don't know that already. So then I'm going to go for, I've got a little bit of concealer here, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of concealer. I'm literally just rubbing it off the edge of the tube. I didn't even squeeze any out, so I'm going to blob a tiny bit of concealer over that little mark. There. And make that kind of disappear. And I do have a couple of extra little marks, I noticed. I don't know if they're really that noticeable or if it's just me being finicky about my face. Look how dirty my finger, they look filthy, don't they? But that is hair dye. I have just dyed my hair, decided if I was up this early and not sleeping, then I was going to look after myself a little bit. Give myself a treat, because I bloomin' deserve it. I tell you, I bloomin' deserve it. And then under my eyes, to try and hide my bags, I am going to use... Now, the problem is I've split this concealer tube open at the top as well as at the bottom. So when I try and squeeze it, let's see if I can do it. When I try and squeeze it, it usually splodges. I use my fingers. I can't even speak. It usually splodges out the bottom. So that's what I'll do. I'll just squeeze it out this end, rather than squeezing it out the nozzle. And I'm just going to put that under my eyes, and I'm going to use a blending bud to blend that in, because I want to get rid of them bags. I do deserve a little show. I did deserve a bit of a home pamper session. That's what I figured out. So I'm just going to use a small blending bud and blend that in under there, and try and like give myself some sort of like bright-eyed bushy tail look. I didn't actually look too bad. I kind of sorted that out. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed look. That's just a light concealer. I used a shade Scarlet. What I used on my face is organza, but I'd usually go for a taffeta or a velour. I think now I've got a suntan, it would definitely be taffeta. That's the kind of shade that I'd be looking at. And I always use the lightest shade concealer under my eyes. So look at that, no tired looking face anymore. That stuff's like miracle. I just keep blending that in. And I always use my little mini blending bud around my eyes. Works wonders. And it's just that kind of little triangle, you know, underneath there. So just kind of lightening up under there and sort of blurring it out a bit. And it just... boom, hey presto. And can you see my nose got burnt as well? So I'm going to try and contour that a little bit. So I'll just dab a tiny little bit of light on there, on the edge of that. So that's that. Now I'm going to do a bit of baking, and not cake baking, face baking. Face baking. So for that I'm using my setting powder. It's translucent powder. I'm going to pop quite a bit on because I'm going to do my eyeshadow next, okay? So I'm going to pop this on my eyes underneath there, and just using it. The magic of makeup, I swear to God. I'm just using that to kind of set that underneath. I'm going to dab quite a lot on, because then if I do get any fallout from the eyeshadow, when I brush it off, because I'm putting so much on underneath there, when I brush it all off, it's going to, you know, disappear any bits of eyeshadow that fall off. I'm going to put it on my nose as well, just to help bake that. There. So I'm starting to look very white there. Dab a bit on there. So these are, I suppose, like the contour places, you know. So that's that. I know I look ridiculously weird now. I'm just going to fidget in my seat a little bit. So eyeshadow, I'm using the Addiction Palette 1. I love this palette. I love these shades. Browns. See them all? Browns and shimmers. Beautiful, beautiful shades. I'm not going to go too crazy because, as I said, I am at work. But I do want to look a little bit glamorous today because there's going to be a lot of people in the shop. So I'm starting off with the shade Elated. This is a very pale beigey colour. I'm going to use that as my base coat, and I'm putting it on with my blending brush. So I'm just really small little light circles, and I'm just going to blend that in, and kind of, can you see I'm going up to about there, and that is just going to give me a little base coat to blend the other shadows over. An eye makeup mask. It's like a reverse panda. I'm like a reverse panda right now. So I'm using the shade Elated, and I'm not putting on an awful lot. I'm just putting on enough so, like, if I touch it, I can feel it's powdery, it's soft. I love my browns, Shah. I do browns and kind of burnt oranges. I'm very confident and comfortable with these colours on me. I know that they suit me best. And to be honest, I think that browns tend to suit a lot of people. They're just colours that I feel happiest with. I've tried different colours. I mean, I used to wear all sorts of colours when I was younger. And I do love purples, but they're so hard to get right without looking like you've got a black eye. So the next shade that I'm going to go in with is this shade here. It's called Chipper. And I'm going to take that on my crease brush. And I'm just literally going to, like, if you look ahead, you can sort of tell where your crease line is. So that is going to go into my crease. And I'm going to pop it right away over. Okay? And just kind of smear it up. And then what I'm going to do, so when I look up you can see that colour, is I'm going to take my blending brush and I'm going to blend that. Blend that out. There. Okay. That's just going to get rid of like the harsh kind of edgy line. And if you want to, you can even take a little bit of the first colour, Elated, back on the blending brush. And then up here, kind of blend that into there. It's just going to take away the edge of the line. It's just all about blending, really, eyeshadow. And I'm going to do the exact same on my other eye. I'm going to use the shade Chipper. I have so many colours, Shah, that I do love to experiment with them. But I always find myself going back to like the browns and the burnt oranges afterwards. I do. I mean, I did a really nice look with some purple shades recently. But and it did look good, but it took me a long time to get it right without looking like I had a huge black eye. But that's why I like to practice on other people as well, because other people like different colours. So it's good. It's good to practice on other people, and you know, kind of get used to using different colours and working with different colours. But I suppose it doesn't matter what colours you're using as long as you start kind of light. And it's all about like contouring really on your eyes. It's the same kind of thing. You're trying to accentuate them and make them look bigger than they are, give them a bit of depth. So it's the same kind of process, I suppose, as on your face. So I'm going to take the same shade that I did over Chipper, and I'm going to just brush the end of that brush on it, and I'm going to put that underneath my eye. There. Oh, I just brushed my eyeball. Don't brush your eyeballs while you're doing this because it hurts. And then your eye's going to start watering. Okay, so just a tiny little bit of that chipper. And under. I did it again. I brushed both my eyeballs now. So try not to talk too much when you're doing it because you're going to poke yourself in the eye with the brush. And it hurts. So then just a tiny little bit underneath, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to use my blending brush. I'm just kind of blend that out a little bit. There. And that is just to kind of tie it in, you see? So it's just tied in the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to go for some shimmer on the eye. And, oh, well, I'm not sure whether to go for this shade Brassy or this shade Swanky. But I think I might go for the Brassy because it's a nice coppery colour. Oh, I mean a nice goldy colour. So I'm actually going to smear that over my whole lid. So I'm going to give me a nice glittery eyelid today. And that's going to be like a kind of soft glam. Nothing too heavy. Just a bit of a soft glam look. And I'm going to go back into the crease then. I'm not putting any extra powder on the crease brush. I just want to define the crease line where the glitter's gone into it a little bit. There. Okay. There. In fact, I might just dab a tiny little bit of colour on there. And my mirror just fell off. Everything's going wrong. It's too early. Too little sleep and too early. There. And a little tiny bit there. And tie that in under. Problem is this eye's watering now where I brushed my eyeball. So, that's my eyeshadow done. So I'm going to take my brush now and just buff that setting powder. I'm being quite kind of vigorous with it. I'm just going to buff that around the rest of my face. Yeah, so my face feels kind of, it's not like the foundation doesn't feel kind of tacky anymore. But if you notice now, I'm feeling like I'm looking very, very pale. So, and you know me, I don't like to, you see I've got a bit of hair dye stuck on me there still. Hair dye everywhere. I don't like to look too pale, so I'm going to use a beachfront bronzer. And I'm going to just use a little sweep of that. And that's going to go, like, if you see here, the top of my ear, that's going to come down like that. You see? And I add a tiny bit at a time. So I don't want to be too much. So I'm just adding that in at a tiny bit at a time. And I'm going to do the other side. See the top of my ear? So kind of from the top of your ear and down. Into like a little triangle shape. There. So it's pretty much the same both sides. There. And then on my nose, I love powder, and I'll be ordering the loose powder foundations in the next couple of days because they've just brought them back again. And I love the loose powder foundations. They are unreal, especially like if you do have skin like me. I'm just going to do a little bit of this under here. If you have kind of combination or oily skin, the loose powder foundations are unreal. Really good coverage and no shine. You know, your face stays nice matte looking all day, so no shine off it. And just bring that, I don't know if you can see my neck, but I'm just bringing that down. I don't really need to worry about my forehead because you've probably seen in my photos I actually wear a baseball cap in work, have to. But I will put a little bit on. And you can always tell which is my baseball cap because it's the one with makeup encrusted in it. So then I'm going to take my big fluffy brush again. And I'm just going to kind of blend that. Blend that in and around. There. And I like always to have a little bit of blusher on. So blusher brush. Pressed blusher, shade Sweet, it's the shade I always use, and I just put the tiniest little bit on there and on the other side. I literally just put it on like the bottom bit of my cheek, and it just goes to where my contour ended. You see that? So it's not very much, just literally a dab. Oh, my alarm going off there. Literally just a dab and a bit on. This is literally, guys, this is like the most makeup that I've worn in about a week. And I already feel better for it. I feel so much more awake looking and alive looking. And now I don't know where's my, what you call it, mascara. Can't go out without mascara on with all this makeup on now, can I? Oh, I threw something on the floor. I don't know what that was. Where are you, mascara? Hiding upside down in my brush pot. There. So all that makeup can go back in there. Ridiculous amount of makeup for one girl. But you can never have enough makeup, I suppose. So I'm going to put on some mascara now, and that is going to be me for the day. Done, set and dusted, and ready to go. So I'm using Epic Mascara because it's one step. It's going to give me banging eyelashes. It's going to get me set up for the day. And I don't have to worry about it. See the difference a bit of mascara makes? A bit of mascara makes the world of difference. I'm out. I love mascara. My collection is not... Oh, I've got 2 suitcases there. 2 suitcases full of makeup. And that's what I'm saying about like eyeshadow colours. I've literally got every single colour eyeshadow you could imagine. And I always seem to go back to my browns. I need to start practicing more with other shades and colours. But I just find with my complexion and my eye colour that browns are the right colour for me. Browns and burnt oranges. They are the colours that work the best. So when I finish doing this, I've got a bit of ironing to do. I've got Max's school clothes and school stuff all ready for tomorrow. I've also got to go and do a little bit of food shopping before I go to work. So I need about 6 cups of coffee. I was seriously lagging at work yesterday because I've got into this cold coffee that they sell in Aldi's, and I drink probably 10 of them a day, and I get a real buzz off of them. And I actually bought all of them. There was none left in Aldi's, so I had to go without them yesterday. And I was really noticed how much I was lagging. I was getting so tired by the end of the day. Whereas when I've got those coffees, I'm on a little buzz all the time. Burnt orange, Shah. I've got a shade. Is that it? No. This must be it. This kind of shade it is. I'll show you. That kind of shade, like a burnt orange shade. It's really, really nice. If you're into browns, then burnt orange is another shade that I just find it's a really, really nice color as well. It goes with the browns and the sparkles. I don't mind food shopping when I've got the time and the money to go and do exactly what I want. But like food shopping like now today, when I'll be like, I've got to go to work soon, I'll be running around like a maniac. I'm not going to enjoy it at all. I'll be honest. I don't even know what time Aldi's is open today because it's bank holiday, isn't it? They're probably not even going to be open in time for me to go before I have to go to work. And my work t-shirts are in the tumble dryer, so I've got to iron them before I go as well. So that's it. That's my makeup for today. So I'm feeling good about this. I'm loving my makeup. I feel a bit glamorous. It's been a long time since I've felt any kind of glamorous working in the pizza shop, let me tell you, that much for nothing. So I'm set up for the day now. I'm probably not going to be back around until midnight maybe, so I probably won't get on again tonight, but I'll try and get back on again tomorrow. And I hope that you all have a really lovely bank holiday. I hope that you're all resting, and I hope that it's sunny where you are, and that you're all getting to enjoy the sun and have a lovely, lovely day. Because think of me, it's working my bum off in a pizza oven. In a pizza oven. I won't be in the pizza oven. I'll be putting the pizzas in the pizza oven. But think of me working hard while you're relaxing. Thank you, Shah. I'm glad I look more fresh. I actually feel better later because I look more fresh. So on that note, I am gonna go do my ironing, do my food shopping, try and do something before I go to work, and I'll speak to you all later. So take care. Bye bye, guys.